Hi there, welcome to this tutorial. Before we begin, kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video and share it with your friends. Today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended Variant 4.1 October-November 2018. Question number 1A. The selling price of each photo is $6. A1. The selling price for each photo is made up of two parts, printing cost and profit. For each photo, the ratio printing cost to profit is 5:3. Calculate the profit she makes on each photo. So profit is 3. We'll write 3 over the total, 5 plus 3, 8. So 3 over 8 times the selling price, which is 6, will give us 2.25. So that is the profit she makes on each photo. A2, calculate her profit as a percentage of the selling price. Whenever you want to find a percentage, we times by 100. And profit, we have to calculate the profit as a percentage of the selling price. So we will write profit over selling price, 2.2225 over 6 times 100. And we will get 37.5%. Part 3. Calculate the selling price of a photo in euros when the exchange rate is €1 is equal to $1.091. First write euro and dollars. €1 is equal to $1.091. Therefore, $6 will equal to how many euros? $6 because that's the selling price. Cross multiply. 6 multiplied by 1 will give you 6. And 1.091 multiplied by x will give you 1.091x. This is a multiply. When you bring to the other side, it will be divide. So 6 divided by 1.091 is x. And this will give us 5.499. So we can round it to one decimal, 5.50. That's the price in euros. Next question. Marianne sells two sizes of photo. These photos are mathematically similar rectangles. The smaller photo has length 15 centimeter and width 12 centimeter. So this is the small one with length 15 and width 12 centimeter. The larger photo has an area 352.8 square meter. The area is given to us 352.8 square meter. Calculate the length of the larger photo. We need to find the length. This here is 12. Okay, so area of one rectangle is given. We need to find the area of the smaller rectangle. To find the area, we use the formula length times width, which is 12 multiplied by 15, which is 180 square centimeter. 180 multiplied by a scale factor, square it. Because it is an area, we square it, is equal to 352.8 square centimeter. So what is K equal to? 352.8 divided by 180, and K is equal to, it's a square, 352.8. You can write it as a square root. No need to put in the calculator, you can leave it like this. Now that you know the scale factor and you want to find the length of the small rectangle is 15. 15 multiplied by the scale factor will give you the length of the big rectangle. So 15 multiplied by 352.8 over 180 to the power of half. We'll get 20.976. You round it to one decimal place, you will get 21 centimeter. So that is the length of the larger photo. Part C. In a sale, Marian buys a new camera for $483. This is a reduction of 8% on the original price. Calculate the original price of the camera. This is reverse percentage. Whenever you want to find the original price or the original value of something and the new price is given to you, on the side, this is a reduction, so we are going to subtract. If it was an increase, we will add, but the method will be the same. So 100 minus 8 is 92 percentage. 92 percentage means 0.92. Now the original price times your percentage gives you your new price, which is $483. Therefore, your original price is going to equal to 483 divided by 0.92. And we will get $525. Question is about transformations. Describe fully the single transformation that maps flag A onto flag B. You can see that the size is the same. It has just been translated or moved. Therefore, this is translation. Choose one point of the triangle. I'm choosing this one. And see how many points did it shift. It shifted 5 to the right. So that's a 5. And it went up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. We should know that the top number represents x and the down y. If it moves to the right, it means your x is positive. If it goes up, your y is positive. If it moves to the left, your x is negative, and your y, if it moves down, it is negative. Next question, flag A onto flag C. This is clearly a case of enlargement. You can see the size has changed. So first thing to write is enlargement. For enlargement, you also need to write the scale factor. The scale factor is, this was 4 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it's 2. So the triangle C is half the size of triangle A, so the scale factor is half. We need to find the center. To find the center, we have to join the 2 points together. We can join this point with this and this point with this and see where they meet. We drew the lines here and they meet at 0, -7. Therefore, the center is 0, -7. A3, flag A onto flag D. Flag A onto flag D. You can see the position has been changed, but the size is same. So that is rotation. Use a tracing paper and try to figure out which is the center and the degree of rotation. So it is 90 degrees anti-clockwise. You must specify if it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. If it is 90. If it is 180, then we don't need to do it. And the center is 0, 0. Usually it is 0, 0 only, but you have to check it. Part B. Draw the reflection of the flag A in the line y is equal to -1. So this is the line y is equal to -1. And we have to draw the reflection of the diagram A. This is 2 points down, so we'll go 2 points up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reflections are usually the easiest ones to draw. Just be careful that you don't make any mistakes. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And we drew B. Question number 3. The table shows some values of y is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus x. And we have to complete the table. This is one of the easiest 3 marks to get. Just replace your x with 0, 1, 2, and 2.7. Remember to put it in the bracket and you will get the correct answers. So when x is 0, y is 0. When x is 2, y is negative 2. When x is 2.75, we get 0.859. It's difficult to plot like this, so round it to 1 decimal place, which will be 0.9. Part B on the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus x. This is how you will plot your points, and then now you have to join them together. And here we have drawn a smooth curve. Part C. Use your graph to complete the inequalities in x for which y is more than negative 1. So let's first draw the line y is more than negative 1. Is this line here. And we are looking for the x values. Y is more than 1 between this range of x. This is negative 0.4 and this value here is 1. For the first part, even if you have any value between negative 0.45 to negative 0.35, it will be accepted. And x is more than here. What is this value of x? 2.1, 2.2, 2.35. Again, if you have any value between the range of 2.35 to 2.45, that will be accepted as correct. So this was an easy question. The equation x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0 can be solved by drawing a straight line on the grid. Write down the equation of this line. In a graph question like this, always write down the original equation that they have given us, which in this case is x cubed minus 3x squared plus x. Now you have to figure out how you can write this in this form. So it is x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x. But I have only one x here, so we will subtract one x. And there's negative 1, which we don't have, so we have to add 1. What are the things that you have added here? Negative x plus 1. Whatever we added here, negative x, we'll write it after the equal, plus 1, we'll write it after the equal. So this is your line, y is equal to negative x plus 1. Next part of the question, draw this line and use it to solve the equation. So we have to draw this line and the other graph which we have already drawn where they intersect, that is the value that we need to find here. We have to draw this line y is equal to negative x plus 1. To do so, we will replace x with 0. When x is 0, what is y? 1. So 0 and 1 is your 1 point. When y is 0, so 0 is equal to negative x plus 1, x is equal to 1. The other point is 1 and 0. 1 and 0 is this point. So we just have to draw the line now. So when you draw the line, it meets the curve at this point, which is x is 2.25. Again, we have been given a range from 2.25 to 2.4. Next question. By drawing a suitable tangent, find an estimate for the gradient of the graph of y is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus x at x is equal to negative 0.25. So negative 0.25 is here and we have to draw a tangent. Tangent means it meets the curve at one point. X is negative 0.25 here, so we drew a tangent. Now we have to find the gradient. We have to choose 2 points to find the gradient. We will choose when x is 0, y is 0.1, and the other we'll take is the negative 0.25. So the 2 points we are taking is when x is 0, y is 0.1, and when x is negative 0.25, this is given in the table, y is negative 0.5. To find the gradient, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now we will replace the y and the x. So 0.5 minus 0.5 divided by 0 minus 0.25. Let's put this in the calculator. We'll get 2.4. And if you have the answer between 1.7 to 3.7, it will be marked as right. A school nurse records the height at centimeter of each of 180 children. The table shows the information. So this is group data. Calculate an estimate of the mean. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. For this question, you have to find the midpoint of the class width. To do so, you have to add the two numbers. So 60, sorry about that, 60 plus 70 divided by 2, and you will get 65. The same we are going to do for H. This will give us 95, 105, 112.5 and 120. After you do so, you have to multiply the midpoint by the frequency. So 65 multiplied by 8, these are the numbers we will get. 80 multiplied by 26, 95 multiplied by 35. To get the mean, we want the sum of the midpoint multiplied by the frequency over the total frequency. So that means we have to add all these numbers, 520 plus 2080 plus 3325 and so on, and divide it by the sum of the frequency. We know that the total frequency is 180, so we divide it by 180. This will give us 100.166. So if you round it to one decimal place, we'll round it to, it is 100.2 centimeter. That's your mean. This is a very common question. You need to understand and learn it so that you get your full marks for it. In part B, in a histogram showing the information, the height of the bar for the interval 60 to 70 is 0.4 centimeter. Calculate the height of the bar for each of the following intervals. To find the height of the bar, we have to use a formula. Frequency density is equal to frequency over class width. Frequency density is your height of the bar. So we have frequency is 8 and class width is 70 minus 60, which is 10, 0.8. That should be our frequency density or the height of the bar. But we have been told that the height is 0.4. We can get that by dividing by 2. So for each one, we are going to use this formula, and whatever answer we get, we are going to divide by 2. 115 and 125. The class width is going to be 125 minus 115, which is 10. Therefore, frequency density is going to be 16 divided by 10, which is 1.6, and this answer we will divide by 2, 0.8. 410 115 minus 110 is 5. Therefore, frequency density will be 28 divided by 5. And whatever answer we get, we divide by 2. That will give us 2.8 centimeter. And then for 70, the class width is 90 minus 70, which is 20. Therefore, frequency density is equal to 26, which is our frequency, divided by 20. And this answer we are going to divide by 2. We'll get 0.65. So you have to make adjustments to the rule depending on the information provided to you. Part C. Complete the cumulative frequency table below. So till 60, what is our frequency? 8. For cumulative frequency, we need to add the previous number with the number after. So 8 plus 26 will give us 34. Now you have to add 34 with 35, which is 69. 69 plus 67, 136. 136 plus 28, 164. And 164 plus 16 will give us 180. Part D. On the grid opposite, draw a cumulative frequency diagram. To plot this cumulative frequency, we have to use this table. The height is given to us and the cumulative frequency is given to us. The height is your x-axis and your cumulative frequency is your y-axis. So when your height is 70, your cumulative frequency is 8. Each of these small values represent two frequency. So we are going to plot the points now, and that's how it will look. And join the curve together, and it should be a smooth curve. So we are done drawing the cumulative frequency graph. E. Use your cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate of the interquartile range. To find the interquartile range, we use the formula upper quartile minus lower quartile. First, we need to find the upper quartile and the lower quartile. To find the lower quartile, we use the formula 1 over 4 multiplied by the frequency, which in this case is 180. That will give us 45. 45 is the position of the height. This is 45 is your x value, and you are supposed to find the corresponding y value. For upper quartile, we have to multiply 3 over 4 by 180, and which will give us 135. Again, this will give us the position where we can find x. So we have to find 135 on the y-axis and then find the corresponding x value. So when your position is 45, your x value is 94. And when it is 135, it is 110. Therefore, your interquartile range is 110 minus 94, which will give you 16. If your answer falls in the range of 15 to 17, that's fine. Next, we have to find the 70th percentile. So for this question, we will find 70% of 180, which is 126. Again, this is on the y-axis, this is the position, and we have to find the corresponding x value. So this is 126, and the corresponding x value is 108. You could have the answer between 107 to 109, and that will be accepted. E3. The number of children with height greater than 106 centimeter. So greater than 106 centimeter is this height here. This is 105, 106. We have to draw here the line and see what values are there. So we drew the line from 106 here, and we will now find the corresponding cumulative frequency. It is 111. So these number of students, they have a height of more than 106 centimeter. To find that, we will have to subtract from 180, 111, and we will get 69. And the range for this question is from 66 to 72. Next question. The diagram shows a prism with length 18 centimeter and volume 253.8 cubic centimeter. The cross section of the prism is a right angle triangle with base 6 and height h centimeter. A1 show that the value of h is 4.7. There's a very important formula you need to know. To find the volume of the prism, we can multiply the area of the cross section with the length or the height, whatever is given to us, for any type of prism. So this is one rule that you need to know. We have got volume of the prism, which is 253.8. So volume of a prism is equal to 253.8 times half times base times height. Because this is a triangle, this is the cross section right angle triangle, so we can use the formula half times base times height multiplied by the length. We are going to replace the base with 6 and the height with h and L with 18. Half times 6 times 18 will give us 54h. This is a multiply. When I bring to the other side, it will be a divide. So 253.8 divided by 54 is your h, and that is 4.7 centimeters. So we showed that the value of h is 4.7 centimeters. Calculate the value of x. This is the right angle triangle that we have. We have the opposite and the adjacent. That means we have to find 10x. Opposite is 4.7, adjacent is 6. Therefore, x is equal to 10 inverse 4.7 over 6. This will give us 38.07, rounded to one decimal place, and x is equal to 38.1. Part B, calculate the total surface area of the prism. This prism has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 faces. The triangle at both the sides are equal. So let's first find the area of the triangle. It's half times base times height. But because there are two triangles, we'll multiply by 2. That will give us base times height. The base is 6 and the height we found is 4.7. 28.2 square centimeter. So we have found this area and this triangle area. Now to find this rectangle, so area of rectangle will be length times width, and we have 4.7 times 18, which is 84.6 square centimeter. Now we'll find the bottom one. The area of the bottom rectangle is going to be 6 times 18, which is 108 square centimeter. The only part remaining is this rectangle, parallelogram. To find that, we need to find this height, this side here, and that is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. So we have a triangle which is right angled. This is 6 centimeter. This is 4.7 centimeter. To find the hypotenuse, we use the rule, the Pythagoras theorem is a square plus b square is equal to c square. C is your hypotenuse. So if you want to find the hypotenuse, you will square root the numbers and 4.7 square plus 6 square. And we will get 7.62 rounded to 2 decimal. Now the parallelogram. As length times width, which is going to be 7.62 times 18. This side here is 18. And we'll get 137.19. If we round it to 1 decimal, 137.2 square centimeters. For the total area, we have to add this, all the values that we have got till now. So we add everything and we get 358 square centimeter. That's your total surface area. Question number 6 onward is solved in part 2. Kindly watch the part 2. Thank you for watching.